everybody. I'd like to introduce our speaker for tonight. It's Dr. Syed Rizvi. Is that correct pronunciation?
Yes.
He's a lecturer in the Business Analytics School of Strategy and Leadership, and he's going to talk to us about the significant adoptions of AI to boost the UK economy. So I hope that's what he's going to talk to us about. Otherwise, I'm talking rubbish. So, Dr. Syed, thank you very much for agreeing to talk to us. Can I hand over to you, please?
Thank you, John, for providing me the opportunity. So, with the podium of BCS is the first time I'm been in and on air and with the people and sharing my thoughts. I am a PhD in data science and AI, and I did my PhD from Beijing University of Aeronautics and Astronautics back in 2022. And my work, there's a short history that I went to do my PhD in the information security engineering. But later I found that there is a boom of data science and AI, and especially the Chinese economy. Those I found the partners, those who are driving things, working on autonomous cars, developing drones, making data science-based fintech applications. Especially my adventure starts from back in 2017 when I landed there. And I found that people are not keeping money or plastic money, even don't carry the cars. They are just even beggars and the fruit mart people, they are keeping QR codes. And we have to keep the mobile phone with us to share, to scan the code, pay whatever be the payment, even in the 1 yuan to the 100 yuans, you can easily pay with it. So fintech at the time back in 2017 in China is on the rise, and they have already developed so many applications, because there is a drawback that most of the applications are in Chinese, so it's difficult for foreigners people to use that. Even at the time, I found that their economy has been boosted with the bicycling apps. So there are some apps related to, you can ride a bicycle, just scan the code, open the bike, and pay only 1 or 2 yuans a week, which is very small amount. And it's not only for students, it's for everybody. So later I found that the renting car systems comes up. Eventually it's again very cheap. Like you can drive a whole car back in 10 pounds a whole day. So it's an electric car. It's a very cheap approach. I don't know how they are managing things, but later I found the revenue they are collecting in small chunks. They are actually making it in a bigger picture. So today I'm actually sharing things on my thoughts, on my work, related to how I can or we can contribute in the UK economy. So being started, so after Brexit, the UK economy actually suffered a lot. So we haven't estimated it, or somewhere it's been loud that UK is going to see an unforeseen situation, because the most of the companies, those who are working in the have the head offices in UK, but they are basically European companies. So with all those situations, there is a right time for young talent these days, where the UK have the chance for significantly leveraging the AI, because they can develop all those things which can collect small coins, looking like a small coins, but when they are collected, they can be a bunch or the big amount. So if you are starting to develop some business, or I will promote all those students, those who are starting their fintech companies or making some new entrepreneurship ideas, they can really generate some revenue based upon the AI powered industries. And they are also responsible for AI development and workforce adaptation. So it means that being an educator, it is my job to let people aware of the AI. So based upon a simple definition, in according to the IBM, it's artificial intelligence or AI is a technology that enables the computer and the machines to simulate human intelligence and the problem-solving capabilities. But most of the people believe, and especially I also believe, that everybody has some different definitions. So people think that AI is something a giant, AI is something a collection of data, AI is a method, AI is a technique, AI is a mechanism, is something like this one. So why things are different from like prospects? Every definition is different from each other. So the main difference between the prospects, the vision, the understanding of the people, the knowledge of the people, the more depth the knowledge you have, the more you develop the understanding, and your perspective becomes more broad and related to AI. And simply the implementation, what you need to apply, and what is actually you are going to do. So if I go with the role of AI in the global development, if I look forward with the not with a narrow aspect, I will look forward with a broader aspect. So I found that AI has supported in terms of efficiency and optimization, making system more efficient, like decision makings become more efficient. You can use AI to take uh, at initial level, you can use AI for checking your decision that our decisions are going to be better. In previous time, we used to have some statistical method, but if you are applying the AI, it simply means that all the things are going to be automated. Rather, you are just entering the data and taking it out. So that can be done easily with the statistical methods. I'm sorry, but if you are doing such a kind of a thing, you are making optimized approach, you are trying to gather all those information based upon productivity and especially in the areas of agriculture or supply chain. So this is somewhere UK has especially a bigger gap, and they have to work for. uh, Furthermore, the personalized solutions in which we have to target marketing approaches, capturing the people, so that can have that AI is also helping to identify all those people, especially like Facebook. So people just do believe that Facebook is listening to us, or Siri is listening to us, or even Google Alexa is listening to us. But actually, based upon our own cookies, our own search, our own listings, all those systems are going to identify what we are, what we actually want from for, and that actually develop a part of innovation and problem solving technology. Like yesterday, my son was having some mathematical problem, and he took my mobile phone, downloaded an app, and that app or app is just taking a picture based mathematics. So take the picture of mathematical function, and then it can verify that okay, this derivative is correct or incorrect. So this is amazing. This is amazing. Even though before 10 years, the calculators are not being able to do those things which actually the app based on the AI are doing the same thing. So if we correlate the economic sectors with the AI, which is somewhere the backbone of a country's GDP, or its growth, or its money matters, or its state banks. So we are looking for AI to intervene into the manufacturing sectors, especially in the industrial automation, predictive maintenance, quality control, and similarly, it works in the finance as the fraud detection, and the money laundering is also being the one of the feature with, or one of the sector in which the AI, most of the companies, especially China, Japan, and other countries, those who are working over it, even UK is also applying some of the way to find that how money laundering has been done, and they are detecting and actually isolating the innocent people from the those who are doing this. So healthcare is another factor in which in this sector, the medical diagnostics and drug discoveries, finding the like corona mutations are also being somewhere discovered with the help of AI and the supercomputers. So why? Because if you are going to decode a DNA, it takes a longer period of time. And if you are doing it with the high computational machines using some advanced algorithmic logics, you can make it more easy. Similarly, retail and transportation, self-driving cars, and customer service, actually chatbot. These days, we are helping people, and eventually, we don't need somebody to settle up on the desk, and the AI chatbot is actually giving the options, and based upon the option, it is collecting the data of the customers, what problems they are facing and what are their solutions. So if we find that the UK economy pillars, we have some certain identifiers for that one. One is the dominant service sectors, manufacturing sectors, the global trade, innovation and technology, which is actually the UK is a hub of startups. So every other day, the more and more startups are going to be launched from the UK land, and it's actually enriching the culture of innovation and future economic growth. So furthermore, the UK economy pillars contains also the government's spending and the policies in which the infrastructure development, education development, healthcare, and the services providing by the government, even the councils one as well. So finally, the last one is the skilled labor market, in which how you are going to, what essential skills, similarly like the software ATS. Again, softwares are, if we inculcate the AI with the softwares, we are getting all those things which we actually want to have, and in a less period of time, and it's a more better approach. So this is somewhere the AI is actually helping us. So if we take the relation of economy with an exemplified approach with how AI is helping the economy. So if we are automating repetitive tasks, if there's some tasks are going to be done repetitively, so we can actually decrease the loss, like making more repetitive sort of work. So if you automate it, if you reduce it, you can decrease the loss and increase your or balance your economy. So similarly, if you are moving forward with the optimization, logistics, and supply chains, so it's actually finding you making more optimized, making your decisions more correct, rather going for a losses one, you are actually cost managing and making your work to be done in an effective and efficient way. So if we are applying some predictive maintenance for machineries, for automation, for car manufacturing, for robot manufacturing, for even space manufacturing, again, we can do some cost estimation with the AI, that what cost actually we need to have for that one. Again, it's an estimation. It's not always uh, always a thing which is definite, but it needs things. So again, the fourth thing is the real-time data analytics for informed decision making. Yes, we can do some cost planning with it, and we can optimize our cost in terms of planning that at which part we need how much cost we do have. So let's discuss in detail. I have already said it about the cost reductions, the frees up the human workers to focus on more complex and manual. So safety with the cost reduction, like the hazardous sort of work, even the those places, those who need some sophisticated sort of a people or have a hazardous environment, you can eliminate human, or you can let the human to control the machines, and with the AI, it performs more accurate and more better. Again, increase productivity. You can increase your productivity by faster deliveries, reducing production. Similarly, like the Amazon is doing it, eBay is doing it. Especially Amazon is controlling and all those things using AI with the drone-based deliveries during the COVID as well. So innovation and growth you can find, but again, people think that AI can make innovation by itself. It's not a possible, guys. Yeah, it's not a possible. However, it can help you to drive all those paths, all those ways by which you can generate some innovation, or you can distinguish which already been done and what needs to be done, like gap analysis sort of a thing in terms of research, if we are not talking about. So if we move forward with a slow growth, yeah, Britain GDP is expected by 0.025% and 10.75 in 2024 and 25 respectively, according to the forecast by the Bank of England. So this is somewhere we are on a tedious way, and we are at par where we need to do some radical actions to make our economy to boost. So if we are just looking for the projected scores, so the Reuters polls analysis, people says that it's okay. Reuters poll says that after Q1 of 2024, the economy, the rate of the economy growth or the GDP growth rate is going to be increased by % but still if you go with it, it's somewhere between half of the 2024 will remain the same, and it will tries to grow more. So this is how, if we want to reduce this aspect and we want to increase this aspect, we need to do some measures which we are discussing next. So the overall thing, if we look forward, if we if we look forward with the AI, we came to know that AI sector is already providing a significant contribution. Yes, and with the help of artificial intelligence, there is a study happened in 2022, and that's been published by Office of for Artificial Intelligence and the Department of Science, Innovation and Technology, and they said that 3,170 AI companies working with the UK, which generate 10.6 billion in AI related work as terms of our revenues. It's a big chunk of the money. So the sector also employed more than 50,000 people. Those who are working AI related roles, actually they need to control the AI based systems to make their work more efficient, and this can actually be generating 3.6 billion pound in gross value of GVA. So further, it is secure. It's a secure overall. If you combine with it, somewhere you are getting 18.8 billion pounds in private investment since 2016. It's a huge amount, and still we need to do more. How we gonna do it? We need to make and focus not with the microsystems or small systems, but we need to improve our systems approach towards the large systems, or those systems which we can export to the rest of the world. So if we have a question like related to somewhere, if we are going on, will the AI participate in the economy directly? So there is somewhere I want some audience reply, that do you think that AI will participate in the economy directly, or is there any share of AI in the economy?
So I think with the I work sorry, Dr. Rizvi, I work in the financial sector, and we are seeing increasingly AI take over those lower functions at the bottom, which have a very direct effect on our bottom line, not only making us more competitive for revenue growth. We employ less people to deliver the same output. The output is more consistent, and also we are using it to eradicate and remove technical debt within our estate and innovating. So it's already starting to have that impact. We had an ethical framework that we're applying, but I think it's discovery, learning, playing, and understanding what works in particular. But I think on that sort of slightly more micro level rather than economy level, we are feeling there's a real direct impact on the adoption of AI technology and our profitability as a business.
Brilliant. You gave us an example for all of us, that it's really the AI is actually stepped it into the industry. So someone else wants to share this thing, and anything, any comment or any suggestion related to it, like what's been observed in the organizations?
Yes, Saeed. I mean, so Barrington has just shared a situation where this is helping with cutting costs in terms of staff. Now, the fear in circles is that AI will lead to loss of jobs.
Okay.
Do we have is it possible that it could create jobs somewhere else?
Okay. So Clark, what do you say about those things, that are we going to lose the job, or is something we have a fear in the financial sector that people are going to get rid of their jobs, and AI is going to take over all the banking business and the fintech business?
You know, it's really interesting. There's sort of two competing arguments, isn't there? Some people think AI is going to take over, it's going to take your job away, and you're not going to have that role anymore. But I think calmer heads are looking at AI augmenting human beings, making them faster, better, stronger. I mean, I heard the other day there was a quote from, I can't remember, sorry, I can't, it's somebody from a large consultancy company that AI is going to take away the role of computer programmers, because I run software development teams as well, and of course it will take over certain small discrete parts of a software delivery or software development lifecycle, but essentially building an IT system or a business process is actually a very human, emotional endeavor, and I'm not quite sure we're really there yet with AI to deliver that. So I think it will just make us all better, more productive, and more efficient. And I think there will be jobs. There will be some very, very repetitive, manual, low-level jobs that will be replaced. But I think they'll be replaced by people looking after the kit that actually does those jobs. So I think there might not be a net bleeding, so to speak, of roles.
So my next slide is all about the same thing. So we believe if we are looking forward with the problem that is upcoming over here, that do we think that AI will take my job? Somebody is worried about it, that my job is going to be lost and I will have no more thing to earn. And the second point, a second person is AI will take my job, and the person is actually happy. So both are different perceptions. One perception is the one is the person who is actually unaware of AI, and the second person, he is aware of the AI. So the one who's sad has no interpretation or no understanding related to what are those concepts and what are those paradigms of AI and how AI will take the job. If the part of the job or the processes of the job is being inculcated into the AI, so he has another opportunity to learn the AI and control the AI. So if we go back in like when I studied the microchips, and I came to know that there were more than a dozen companies those who started working on the microchips. And what happens? Only Intel and Motorola remains, or some other company remain in the market, and rest of the others are being vanished. So somewhere some companies sold their work to Intel or the Motorola, and some companies actually started to develop all those things for Intel and for the Motorola. So this is actually, they become the vendor of those companies, those who are working on the microchips. So this tug of war is actually being the solution is somewhere we learn those things. We are not going to depend upon things that AI will do it and we will have jobless. Yes, if we are not doing those things, if we are doing something irregular, AI will take it up, or somebody can take it up. It's a common thing, not even in AI. So if we go with the solutions, yes, understand the shift is something very important. Historical revenue markers, we have to think that what are those revenue markers? We need to collect all those revenue markers. And then based upon the markers, we can collect the data from the markets, that what are those markets which actually being needed to have the AI implementation. So we are going to be the person who's developing the AI, rather going on a low end clerical or small jobs. We can learn AI to promote and to work with the AI to improve those processes which actually need to have somebody on it as a supervisor. So we can learn the AI and then improve with the AI. So we are now going to become, I'm actually advocating it, that we are going to now become a part of the AI to improve. We are not actually make AI as our competitor. If we do it, definitely it's similarly the case with the Gary Kasparov and the chess. So sometimes or someday you will lose it. So if we are working with it, we are making as a sheer partner, so it will benefit us more. So if we look forward with a common application these days for easy revenue generation is image processing, generating images, generating presentations. People are working, or the computer scientists are working on as a freelancer to generate images, even NFTs, the content writer and ChatGPT be and other and other implementations of large language models interpretation like Gemini and other softwares as well. So you can use a video editing, which is actually a very extensive job, especially if you're going in the marketing, if you're going in the media side. It's something very, very extensive, laborious work, tedious work, but you can make it very easily if you learn those skills which actually AI provides you. And finally, the consultation sort of work, which provides people the services rather selling the items. These days, I found that Amazon is also not only selling the product, they are selling the services as well. So you can sell the services as like a consultation, like the company, or if you want to generate some revenue through some process automation, you can have a consultation as well. So what UK statistics says about, if we go with the UK statistics, it says that UK is actually one of the leader in the Europe, or if you consider with in the consultation market. So we can have it, if we can have it more improvised, and we can have it more concerns about the accuracy. Yes, there are rigorously some bigger concerns related to LLMs, and we cannot deny it. I'm using myself ChatGPT for the last 2 years, and maybe in my country, maybe at my age, maybe in my cocoon or in my cohort, I found that the generation of all those research links or the reference or the citations were actually being false. So the ChatGPT is making falsified sort of information, self-generated information, which has no relevance, and I couldn't find any of the reference with it. But somehow we are not actually depending. So this is actually a way we can improve that. What are those gaps in the AI? So we can work over those gaps, and we can improve our knowledge to help the AI to do something more better. So moving forward, if we go with the market opportunity, the 80% of the GDP of UK is with the services sectors, and this is all. We can work on developing some fintech applications. Yes, the bullet points are those on which we need to work with the AI. So we can develop a fintech applications, retail softwares with the AI, and the professional services softwares. Like you can say, the Photoshop has now become a much more bigger giant, and it also evolved with the AI. It also provides some more things into those things. So Rina said there's also concerns about the biases. Yes, effects on climate, very energy intensive softwares, and yes, this is somewhere. However, we are actually replacing our common energy needs with electrical, with the solar systems, with the nuclear systems base, so that we I agree with your point that these systems, whenever you are replacing all those things with the electronic devices, it actually is a power hungry devices, so they can take it up. Even if you go with the cryptocurrency devices, these are also be the energy taking devices. So we can, but eventually we are getting on the positive side, that we are getting our processes more improved, more improvised, more better, more optimized, and more accurate. So if we look forward with the GDP again, so 16% of the GDP is about the manufacturing sector, in which I personally believe that UK needs to work hard, because we need to improve the industrial software automation, even at that scale that we are going to sell it into the market. Yes, we are selling it, but we need to extend it more. We need to sell all those things which with the inculcation or with the improvisation of the AI, so that it can resolve our own issues as well as the global issues, so that we can get more money into our system. Similarly, we can have some quality control softwares and predictive maintenance analytics softwares to develop. So these are all those points on which we can generate some new venture. We can promote our youth to think and develop more things. So what we are waiting for? So we are waiting for some skill gaps, because we are lacking some skills. people are still working on laborious thinking that we can do with our hand and do the hard jobs, and they think that learning all those things is a difficult task, which is actually not difficult. So if we work on developing some reducing some skill gaps with the AI in the market of the AI, we can have some workforce that has the necessary skills to develop and implement and maintain the AI system. Yet, three things is: one is the developers of the AI. Still, if we are not needing the common conventional software developers, we need AI developers. Yeah, okay, I agree with another point that AI is also developing some code. AI is also developing some software, but they also need some implementator to quality maintenance persons or humans is still being interactive with it. It's not possible yet at this age, or I can assume for 4 or 5 years, it's not been possible that whole of the thing is going to become radically AI based and no human is over here. And again, the maintenance of AI system also need human as well. So if we go with a barrier of widespread adaptation, we have many other things to do. We have some data challenges. Again, the restrictions, the policies, the reliability, the security, and the framework of the related to the data is somewhere a crucial point, and that's what we need some training to train the AI algorithm and to train those people, those who are handling the AI, so that we can make some good suggestions, some good improvements with it. So concerned about the lack of human like creativity and empathy, also privacy violations. Yes, but in terms of if we are looking forward with a data centric things, with the computer centric things and AI centric, the privacy is not been concerned, because if you are making some blacklisting and whitelisting in the systems, so it's empirically being applied. There is no emotions over there. The machines are not thinking to sell the data to like the Facebook or other companies, those who are being underlined with all those things. So this is not the case, but somehow it's we need to work on it. So this is another point where we can chalk out that this is the way we need to work hard. So again, legacy infrastructures, we need to remove all those legacy systems and deploy it in established sectors, and to make rely on older infrastructure, we have to take our shift and to make our investment concerns to that front, that somewhere the cost of implementing the AI solution can be significantly low than the conventional system. So this is apparently, if you collect the pen, pencils, rubbers cost and add all those things with the ledger cost, the paper cost, your mobility cost, and you combine with the AI based system, those who are calculating things, yes, it is one-time investment, but it will give you a benefit in longer period of time. So there are some ethical considerations as well, and those are involved with valid concerns about potential bias in AI algorithms and the ethical implications in the widespread of use. So there are similarly all those things, and lack of awareness about the people. So if we move forward with my suggestion, what I suggest is somewhere this is the right time for us to invest in the AI skills. So we have to chalk out this in which market we need to work. Like if we are working on an educational market, we have to develop those programs which are actually education-based softwares or education-based AI applications. Kinder applications is the foremost applications. Even those applications, those who are developing the cartoons or the videos for kids is one of the best skill what we can learn at this age, so we can generate some more revenue with it. So second point is somewhere encourage lifelong learning to keep pace with the technological advancement. We do not need to go or stick on a certain point that okay, only this dot we will not move ahead. There are some dots around it, so we have to pinpoint the dots and we can make a circle. And the more investment, the more revenue we need, we need to increase those circles apart from only a single point. So again, if we look forward with a bridging the gap, data gap, yes, that we need to develop clear data regulations or to improvise our current regulations in terms of privacy, in terms of enabling the data access. with the AI development, so that the AI or the controllers of the AI might not use it. Again, if we move further, we have to modernize the infrastructures in terms of government incentives, public-private partnerships in developing a digital infrastructure development, which is actually I perceive China already did that, and those countries, those who are working with a data-driven economy, they are actually keenly working on developing all those structures. So if we go with the support of AI research and developments, so we have new ventures, investment on the R&D and research and development activities to make it more improvised, and to foremost developing to an edge where we can support our economy. So this is all my thought for today, and maybe it's somewhere concise because I'm not feeling well, so I've just eliminated some more slides due to my throat. So if you have any question, you have any suggestion, you can ask me on chat, or you can use the voice audio.
Doctor, if I could just make an observation, I think one of the really biggest challenges that my company faces, we've got over 600 applications across cloud, on-premise, various data centers, and whenever there's talk of an AI initiative, the just investment would be required to get the right data in the right place, that is clean, has integrity, is complete, and also just having the people that are constantly curating and looking after that data to make sure it's not biased and it's clean is quite a significant barrier, I think, to put a large-scale AI project in. I mean, we've got lots of chatbots and we've got lots of smaller siloed initiatives, but to really leverage the power of AI to ask those big questions, to give us foresight and insight in how the business is operating, I think is going to take a big investment over a serious period of years. Is that what you're seeing in your research?
Personally, I did some work over it on integrating different sort of systems. So that's what if I go with the AI technology. So somewhere, like if you're going with the image processing, you can use a convolutional neural network. If you're going with the developing some new images, you can use some masking rate or RCNN. If you want to make the relations between two different entities and making it which entity has a higher prioritized or which entity has to be reduced, is somewhere we can use a graph-based approach. So that's what actually I have implemented, and that method or that technique is actually being used by the Facebook in terms of recommendations, in terms of finding those gaps, in terms of finding those missing connections between that. If we want to hop towards another process, which process is actually required in between it? So somewhere again, it's a brilliant topic, and we can work over it. This is somewhere a case study I've been through back in another educational setup. Those who have started from a COBOL based application and then moved towards the Oracle and then ASPX and then included SAP as well, and they have a bunch of the applications that even those who are working are actually worried that which application we can switch. And the biggest problem is those applications are not handshaking with each other. So the legacy systems is still in contact. We cannot reduce until we have a full scale. But I personally suggest that go with a bigger investment on a full scale, bring a huge risk as well. So on an easy chunk base, if you divide all those things, that okay, this is the whole scale and we can go with it. And now we start with the AI. That if this is the framework, now can you have any framework related to it? What are those things which we can do? This is suggestive technology. And you can take a link as well. This is somewhere I used to do, teach my students when they are copying, pasting the assignments. I told them, do not copy the from LLM or from ChatGPT. Just ask the hints from it, that what do I need to do in it? So you can start working on those steps which are actually being provided. So I personally suggest if you want to have A full-scale radical change, it's a bigger investment and involves a lot of risk. So I suggest you that divide it into chunks and make a relation in the chunks, like a relation entry, and then you can move it up so that you can develop a solution which is a very integrated and much more well-versed.
Right, interesting. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So I have some questions on the chat, and that is about concerns about lack of human-like creativity and empathy. Yes, it's not a possible case. Even I've tried some more AI system, those who develop the images, and people are just I am into the field, and people are just advocating it more, that they are developing like the same creative effort like a human do, but eventually it's not the one. They are developing those images, but the background and the posters which is on the back of it is somewhere the text is not readable, the text is not relevant text, because the observation still needs to improve more. So the perceptron of a neural network, if you're going with a neural network, a lot more. It needs to have a huge training more on different sort of a data. So different sort of a data means it doesn't go that if you develop an AI system and you just let it go on the Google, take all the images and learn it from imperatively. It's not the case. It will not learn like this one, because every image is different from, so you need to first make a classifier and all those things. So it eventually, it's not possible now, but again, it will be a concern in terms of deepfake. If you give an example like deepfake, it's somewhere the problem with it. So in addition, the necessity of GDPR Article 22 correction to allow legal usage of AI for fully automation decision making. Yes, it's somewhere, I agree with it. It's somewhere not allowed that you cannot use something like fully autonomous based, because this is somewhere we cannot blame if something happened with the technology. It's somewhere the thing which happened in San Francisco when the autonomous cars being launched by the Tesla, it hits a dog, and they claim the dog in the court, that who's responsible, the driver or the one who actually in the car. And so this becomes a problematic situation. It needs to work more. So those people, those who are worried that they will lose their job, they can start working on all those things, like a sub part of it. No, I understand it's not the GDPR. It's actually it's somewhere I'm giving you an example related to the data on which we train the system. It's not. I understand the thing. So I guess one of the major barriers to wide AI adaptation is the lack of well-known holistic frameworks and standard for AI security. Yes, we need to have that one. And there is another question regarding the topic, how can we start a business into AI to make contribution to UK economy, which is specific business section. You will highly recommend to us for paying effort in it. I have highlighted in my slides, and will this is somewhere I cannot just give you a direct line. This is somewhere you need to do some research more in terms of the slides actually I presented back. I go back and just let you know with it that you have much more to do with the fintech applications, retail-based softwares using AI. Yes, retail-based softwares are actually being one of the foremost things in which people are working, like developing more effective and more efficient point of sales, or those softwares which are working on the retail day-to-day basis, managing their economies, managing the sales, managing the circular economies, the supply chain as well. So you can also work on a professional services development, similar thing like a platform or framework that will provide services on different aspects. So you can start it with similar like services based upon product hunting or product searching based. So you can use some other softwares in connection with the AI. So use some AI based trained system on which you can provide services related to finding a product hunting based and so on. So this is a total choice of up to you what in which industry actually you would like to move on. So we don't have any other question. Yes, AI security is one of the concern. Is almost discussed in many countries in many aspects, and there are so many people those who discuss about the AI security and related to the data which actually being served to the AI to train or to test or to continuously real-time use. So this becomes a real concern, and still people are working because the AI security is not actually a very close topic to me. I'm a developer in terms of analytics, in terms of making it into model. So I'm not actually comment over the security aspect as well. So I highly recommend John to in the next session somewhere we are going to invite another guest to discuss about the AI security and those paradigms which actually related to the AI security. Jones, you are here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Does anyone have any other questions?
I just wanted to make just an observation really about the comments about ethics that have been made. My company have made they've built their own ethical framework, and whenever a decision is made by a machine that impacts directly on a customer. So, for example, I work for an insurance company. So, for example, if they upload images of damage to their vehicle, then there are tools that look at that damage, and if the damage is under £500, then that claim will be automatically paid. But when a machine decision has been made, it's very clear that there's a machine decision that's impacted, and there's a human escalation, so that individual can say, well, actually, I don't think the right decision has been made. And I think that's really powerful, because what you're saying is you're getting the benefits of AI, you're being very transparent and open with the customers about the benefits of AI, and that's reflected in the price they pay. But there is a human being standing by to intervene if things don't go particularly well. And it'd be really good to see sort of a standard ethics framework available that companies could just take that off the shelf and then adapt it for their local conditions.
Yeah, I totally agree with it. I actually second you that it's not the possible case that we can just replace ourselves, that if we are not at home, so AI is at home. It's not the possible case. The case is somebody that somebody should have to look forward with the decision. But the nitty-gritties or the small things or the threads, we do not need to go with the threads. We are not going to make it into in depth of each and everything. So that has to be the work that the AI needs to do. What we need to do is to do the work which actually we are being for. We are the supervisor. So we are going to supervise it. But in some cases, I found in China, again, I'm giving you an example of China, that in Alibaba, I found that there is some case that they have some claims, and the claims is now being rejected just because the AI is not agreed upon the claims. But however, evidently, when the things are going to be coming into somewhere into the court and being discussed, so these are somewhere the processes that small things, those who are the petty issues, those who are petty things which we do not need to go, and we are not going to do that. This is all those things which actually, based upon the data, the AI has to do it and provide us support in the decision making. At this part, AI is actually in the support mode, but somehow or another, when we train with the more data, it will be more capable to give you those directions that if you are making decisions wrong, so it will suggest you that you have to escalate or you have to de-escalate some price in terms of your customers, so that you can get more benefit.
Yeah, understood. Yeah, thank you.
Right, thank you for that. Any other questions or any other comments?
I'll just throw a wobbler in, as Dinabasi and John know I'm pretty good at from time to time, as I'm currently just doing a bit of side research work with air traffic control, and the look of or the sort of looking forward on some of the UKRI, the Research and Innovation Council type stuff, for UAVs and drones, particularly as Coventry is going to be at the end of a drone superhighway, which looks as though it's going to be in operation probably by the summer this year for drone trials between Coventry, Rugby, Milton Keynes, over to a eVTOL testing facility in Bicester, and down to Reading. It does look as though the air traffic control aspect, or the drone control, is going to be automated. It's going to have an AI front end or back end somewhere, and I'm assuming with human oversight. But AI has not been mentioned explicitly, but I can only imagine that the real-time flight planning for this is going to be AI driven ultimately, because it's a system. The drones themselves will have a bit of AI, or some of them might have a bit of AI on board as a system, but then the entire drone highway as a research topic is going to have its own air traffic control system, which will then have to interact with the national system, for crewed, or for the manned, the piloted aircraft, rather than be on line of sight pilots doing radio controls. I think AI will have a role emerging, not immediately, but possibly within a sort of 5 to 10 year time frame for control of drone traffic. If not in the UK, then certainly within the European Union.
Yes, definitely. And very good point. I actually worked well before 10 years ago on an undergraduate project with one of my students on APM 2.8, which is actually a controller used for controlling the drone at the time. So we have worked. At the time, there was no such concept of AI, like in terms of using the drones. So we just control with the manual instructions and giving the predefined instructions that drone has to move like this one. When I landed back into China, and then I realized that, okay, gave them idea, there was a 50th year celebration of the university. So at some forum, I just disclosed it that we can make a swarm-based intelligence to control the drone and make on the fly on the sky and show that 50 years with the drone. So it has some difference, like about 7 to 8 months, and within that, the Chinese students actually developed the idea and they presented it in front of everybody on the celebration day. And now you can go in Dubai and you can find many things running like no better than Swarm, and they are well controlled. They are well managed. If you tries to handle or capture one, the others are going to respond simultaneously with each other. Yeah, this is somewhere things are going to be happen. Apparently, I have no concern. I have no political view with all those conversations. But there are some good part of the technology and the poor part. Good part is you can throw the drones in the air, but poor part, the drones are going to be stuck in the electric lines, which actually being recently seen in the news. So stupidity comes again with the developers, those who are not thinking that how we or technology we can do, or they are again, the skill gap is there. Still the skill gap in the people, those who are afraid of learning good things or bigger things related to the big giant name of the AI, it is not that big. If you learn step by step, it's very smooth, it's very easy, it's not that difficult, and it can improve your work. I join over here, I have no fear that I will lose my job, because I know that I am continuously learning, preparing myself for new GAN-based learning, new things, those who are coming into the market. So that's why I'm continuously updating. But keeping my previous knowledge as a part, as a way of investment, it is somewhere I advocate to my youth that they can have all those things, and they can build their own companies, they can build their own businesses, they can actually flip their ideas to earn more better, and evidently be the good part or the good member of the UK economy.
All right.
It's going to be an interesting future, particularly in the transportation area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Adrian. Right, I guess that's it. Thank you very much, Said. Can we give Said a round of applause, please?
Bravo.
You
Very
can do the
interesting. Thank you.
electronic
Thank you.
or anyhow you
Very
want
good.
to do. And just to say thank you very much, everyone, for attending, and thank you very much for your contributions. It's been a very lively session. And I would like to encourage all of us, if you like to present anything on your work, on your research, on your studies, please let John or myself know. We'll be planning our next our program for next year at the end of May, early June. Our next meeting will be on Wednesday, the 15th of May, 2024. And we'll be discussing, we'll have a topic on information security. Thank you again for attending. Take care. Have a lovely night.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye.